Hey everyone on YouTube, this is Rob VTV. Um, I would say, in the past 2 days or 3 days, um, actually not even 3 days, probably almost five days since me and my wife went to the fair with the church family. Um, and a lot of stuff have progressed, I should say. But the topic that I like to discuss is disrespect, and the disrespect that my wife received from a certain, I guess, viewer, uh, is the best way I can come up with the word. Um, is it's very deep. It's something that shouldn't be tolerated, and I know certain people that do not, and they do take away that comment bar. But it's one thing to talk about someone's channel. It's another thing to talk about their character. Another thing to talk about them personally. Um, and honestly, I think what hurts, and usually I don't make these kind of videos, so this is new, because I generally have a lot of stuff off, roll off my shoulder. But when you pick a fight with someone who you don't even know, I find it to be utterly ridiculous. But to make fun of their character, to make fun of you know, their religious relationship, is highly disrespectful. This person don't even know my wife. But based on certain things that she seen in a video, she took it upon herself to, I would say, defile our moments together that we chose to record. So I'm it's very detestable when someone is calling your character in question who don't even know you. And I'm a strong believer that if you don't like what we do, if you don't like the video or the topic that we discuss, then by all means, you have every right to not watch it. But don't go out of your way to insult, to critique, unless if that YouTuber actually opened that platform for you to critique. It's no reason why you should be insulting or critiquing that video. To I think what really hurts me is they're describing me and my daughter as a victim to something. A victim of a, I guess, a lazy wife, and that's not my wife. Before I met her, she was working and I wasn't, and she saw something in me to actually help me out. She would be the one paying for dinner and paying when we went out, paying for even giving me gas money when I didn't have no gas because I didn't have a job. So to call my wife lazy, it's kind of like a kick and a slap in the face, actually, because my wife works hard. She's one of the hardest working people I know. She has admirations of what people nowadays don't even desire to have. She wanted to be a housewife. That's what she wanted to do. And coming into our relationship, I knew one day she was gonna work. And she's in the process of working right now. But you don't know that. So don't dare question and call my wife a leash like she's this vindictive person that trapped me into this relationship when she doesn't need to work. I never asked her to work. We came into this relationship with an agreement, and that agreement was kind of severed due to the fact that we had Lena, and that's fine. But don't make it seem like she's this person that can't even get off her behind to help out, because she has. She's worked when she was pregnant with Lena. And though I love a dual income house because I came from a dual income house, doesn't mean that her job is just as important as mine, because it's not. I'm the man. I'm the provider. And to question her Christianity, that's far from what is in question. She loves God from the bottom of her heart. And though she might call me out of my name, she might, but it would be playfully, or if we're in an argument. And she has every right to be angry at me. We don't have a right to call each other out our names, but sometimes we do. I'm gonna keep it honest. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you don't go through what other people go through. You don't go through heartache and pain or disagreement just because you're married. If anything, you would go through more disagreements because you're married. Life is hard. It's not easy. And that's why we love God. And that's why I love my wife. And I love my daughter. And I respect her. Because all the stuff that I put her through emotionally, because we do have an honest relationship. I've never cheated on my wife. She never cheated on me. And though I might have a attitude problem, that's something I'm working on. And so does she, and that's something that she's working on. We had a huge argument over what was said and the timing of this video. But it was needed based upon the power that she gives me. It's something I'm not used to have a woman, to submit to her husband, to have someone submit to me. And not in a disrespectful way, but as a woman of God, to voluntarily give that power over to me, over her emotions, her physicality, her emotions, and all this other stuff is something that I can't understand, because I'm so used to being only controlling myself that, being in a mindset of having the power over her to mold her, I guess you can say, which is the power that she's given me, I pull back tremendously because I don't want that power. But I love my wife, and now we came to the understanding that I do have that power even though I don't want it. And I accept that power now because I'm no longer afraid of her. I'm not longer afraid of taking up that role as a husband, as a man, as her covering. And it is a scary thing. But I know we have no right, me and my wife have no right to tear apart what God has put together. So if you have something negative to say, please write a letter. Do something else. Don't put it on our page and insult me or my wife. If you have something negative to say, don't say it at all. Like my mother taught me. But anything, either subscribe, don't subscribe, either like our videos, don't like our videos, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care what you do. But don't insult. Insulting means that you're immature. It shows that you can care less about how people treat you, honestly. So treat us how we want to be treated, and we'll treat you the same way. We give YouTube subscribers the respect. My wife would surely shout out people, and so will I. Whether it be on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, what have you. And we have a disagreement, then we might voice our opinion on something in regards to what is commented, but people are going to be people. But let's not insult one another, but let encourage one another. Alright, see y'all.